Catharine Hollifield, who will kick off our next breakout group session. Catharine has taught studio art at Montgomery Bell Academy for the past 17 years. She serves as faculty advisor for MBA's student-run Music and Arts Festival in Dada, now in its 10th year, and this is a huge all-community event. Catharine works with the MBA Service Club on projects related to advocacy for and support of individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities, specifically Best Buddies, and her chapter with the boys has been nationally recognized. She earned a BA from Wake Forest University after attending Harpeth Hall School. Please help me welcome Catharine Hollifield.
Thank you, Wen. Good afternoon. And as you said, I'm Catharine, and I've been at MBA for 17 years. And as an art teacher, I teach in both the junior school and the high school. And it's a wonderful vantage point with which to get to see these boys and their transformational process. They start out their journey here, 7th and 9th grades respectively, a bit vulnerable, sometimes scared about what's on the horizon, and yet curious and excited about what's to come. Their comfort level grows, as does their willingness to explore, and quite honestly, they move on very quickly to mastery and feel like kings or big men on campus. And then inevitably comes the hard reset. And what we know is that they will go through this journey, this cycle, many times throughout their lives, separated by the shifting of consciousness of knowing who they are not, and who they want to be. It is indeed the journey that helps define us, going through the process of exploration, failure, perseverance, then mastery over and over that makes us more fully sure of who we are. So how can we help them along this journey? What are the ways in which we contribute to their odyssey as they navigate the rough waters of adolescence to become the great men of tomorrow? I have 3 things that I thought I would share that I think we can do as teachers, administrators, advisors, coaches, to support them on this path of transformation and become the architects of their own life and indeed great men. Push them to explore. Explore opportunities where they can make a significant contribution, a place to build something and gain valuable experience. They have more freedom now than they've ever had before to explore the new arenas. And with that freedom comes the responsibility to engage in the host of opportunities around them. Expect a lot out of them, and most importantly, impose upon them that it is their job at this point in their lives to keep trying new things, being open, develop new strategies, and find the things that they love. And of course, it is okay if they don't find that thing right away. Oftentimes they don't. They'll run into a roadblock, experience failure and disappointment. And I tell them, I'd be surprised if you weren't knocked down a few times. It's good. It's good. It's good to know the things that you don't like. It's good to know the things that don't work for you. And that is good as long as you get back up and you keep on exploring. So at MBA, we have over 60 clubs and activities and a wide range of academic subjects, athletics and arts programs, not to mention a vast array of community service programs to choose from. And that's just a fraction of the opportunities that surround them, travel opportunities, exchanges. But even with all of the traditions and opportunities that are in place, there still may be students who struggle to find their fit, where they fit. And it is our job to listen to their ideas and see what it is that we can do to help them build their dreams and bring their ideas to fruition. At MBA, we have a student-run arts festival, as Wen mentioned, that was the result of some boys who just really struggled to find their place. They came to the Dean of Students with the idea of building basically a mini Bonnaroo, and that showcased their interest in musical and artistic abilities, and those of their friends, what they were doing outside the classroom. They wanted their voices heard, what they were their interests recognized, and what they were doing outside the classroom. So they knew what they wanted to build, but they just needed some guidance and some parameters to bring it to fruition. The festival, now in its 10th year, has served as a space where students with a variety of interests and abilities come together, get real-world experience, learn about processes and logistics, develop ideas, build communication skills, and so much more than furthering an arts agenda on our campus. You have students building apps, making spreadsheets, raising money, and writing thank you notes, designing t-shirts, ordering them, printing their own, selling them. It really can feel like a three-ring circus most of the time, but the beauty is that it brings a lot of diverse individuals together to work on a common goal for our community. And they learn a lot about themselves through this process. So it's our charge to help the boys find the places where they have passion, see that they are valued, and know that they can make a difference. The second thing I think we can do is encourage them to expand their circle. No one works alone, as we heard R.A. Dickey say so eloquently, and we all benefit from diversity of ideas and opinions. They will need a team to help them realize their dreams, and we never know who's going to change our life and what the impact they will have on us. So encourage your boys to seek out and connect with others, those that are like themselves in age and interest, but also, quite honestly, more importantly, even, those that they perceive are very different from themselves. It's all fertile ground for great friendship and influence. Those students who really seem to soar at the end of their journey are the ones who have cast their net wide and connected with the many around them, including their teachers and coaches and parents of friends, found friendships in their own that are of their own age, but in unlikely places. Those relationships cultivate happiness and support, all that they will need to thrive and better themselves. At MBA, we participate in an organization called Best Buddies that supports individuals with intellectual and developmental differences. And one of the aspects that I've loved about our students' involvement in this program is how much they learn about themselves. While stepping out of their comfort zone and having the invisible wall that sometimes separates us penetrated, they become more complex and empathetic people. They develop skills for advocating for others and leadership while developing connections and authentic friendships. And this doesn't happen for all that get involved. Some are not ready for the connection, but for the lucky few who really dive in and give them themselves, the rewards and learning opportunities about self and others are great. The best is when they come up to me and they say, it's no longer service, it's just my friend, and I'm spending time with my friend. So you never know who might be the missing piece to your puzzle, and perhaps you are to theirs. And lastly, and most importantly, I think, impressing upon them the importance of taking care of themselves. It is invaluable to their development into good men, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. It isn't easy in our world today. There's so many distractions and points of interaction and involvement that it is hard to find time to check in with yourself. And with all of these opportunities to be a part of the academic life and athletics and arts, social activities and community service, it's difficult to carve out that time and space to do what you need to do. But somehow the boys have to listen to themselves and be realistic about what's right for them. And your encouragement and your voice in that process is really important, hearing that over and over. Maybe some boys can do all the team sports and honors classes and service every weekend and debate, but remind your boys that there's no right path. There's no right or wrong path. No answer we can give them to create their true and personal best. But being your best self comes from knowing what is right for you and finding the people who want to be true to you too. So in closing, as we prepare to go back to our schools and talk in our groups, I encourage you to share ways in which you are helping your boys explore different aspects, different places to connect, different places where they can have meaningful involvement. Talk about expanding their circle far and wide and the benefits of that, and taking care of themselves in all the ways that it means to do that. Thank you very much.